Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Anker SOLIX F2000 power station. So one of the most common questions that I get as I'm traveling and fishing and towing the boat is, how do you charge your batteries? If you're not staying at a hotel or an Airbnb and you don't have access to power, this is going to be a solution that's clean, fast, and super easy to use. So today we're going to take a look at some of the key features of the Anker SOLIX F2000. We're going to run a couple tests on it. I'm going to charge some of my lithium batteries, see how long it takes to charge those batteries. We'll see how much power it pulls from the SOLIX, and we're going to test a couple other things on it just to see how much power it can actually put out. So Anker reached out to me asking if I would be willing to do a review on this, and I said yes, absolutely. I've used Anker products since the beginning of starting YouTube. I've used all of their portable batteries to charge my GoPros when I'm out on the boat, or one in my pocket to run the chest camera. It's truly a company I've always stood behind. I mean, some of these batteries I've had for like 5 or 6 years. Granted, this one's dead. We're going to charge this one up too, but I used it this past weekend when I was practicing for the BFL on the Potomac River. Basically every day, getting up at sunrise, getting back to the van at sunset, and trying to find a place to sleep. I was trying to save money. I was either crashing at the boat ramp or a travel center, and obviously there are no outlets there for me to plug the boat in. So I put the Anker SOLIX to the test. I was able to charge the 4 lead acid batteries in the boat using the onboard charger, and then in the van I'm charging my lithium batteries, which I use to run the graphs. So my batteries in the boat are already charged, but we can go ahead and charge those lithiums. So before we do that, I want to show you some of the features of this Anker SOLIX, and then we're going to run this test charging these lithium batteries. So before we take a look at the functions of the Anker SOLIX, it's got a 2048 watt hour capacity and a 2400 watt inverter. So it packs a heavy punch. It definitely holds a ton of power, and if you're out on the road, it's definitely something nice to have. This power station is just as simple as it can be, which is something that I love. It's easy to use, it's intuitive, and there's some really cool features on it which will help you save some of its battery life. So we're going to start up top. Super simple. We've got a light here. It's got 3 settings: low, medium, high, and if you hold the button down, it'll flash an SOS with the light. So if you're ever finding yourself in a pinch and you've got your SOLIX on you, it might be able to help you out. Beneath that, we've got the display. Also super simple. It's going to show you the battery percentage. I just charged it up inside. It's at 100%. And then when you start turning things on, so we've got the AC outlet here, turn that on, and it'll give you the time remaining based off the power that it's using. And let's just turn this light on real quick. On high, you can see it's pulling 4 watts. And that'll give you 3.7 days worth of using this light at this power level. It also has an app that goes along with the power station, so you can view it from your phone and you can change some of the settings or turn on some of the different components, but we'll take a look at that in a little bit. You've also got 2 buttons here, one for the Bluetooth to connect you to that app, and then the power saving mode, which is super useful. For me, I was able to use it this past weekend when I was charging the boat batteries, like literally fully exhausted after fishing all day. Come back, I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'm ready to pass out. I don't need to worry about waking up later and not overcharging the batteries, but running the battery charger on the boat all night long and just draining excessive power from the Anker SOLIX. When you hit this power saver button, it realizes that the charging cycle's done on the battery charger in the boat, and it would automatically shut it down. You've got 4 AC outlets here, and that's as easy as clicking this button to turn on. And you've also got a TT30 port, which is mainly used for like an RV, but you can plug that in directly here and it'll give you full power to the RV. Next to that, we've got the car socket. Again, super easy. Just click that button and it'll turn on and off. And then you have 3 USB-C ports and 2 regular USB ports here. And as far as the outputs, that's all you got. You got 12 of them, which is more than enough. Let's put this thing to the test, shall we? Well, this thing is kind of heavy, but luckily with the design, it's got this really fancy easy tow handle, which is super helpful for towing it around or moving it from the van to the boat. It's also got some really nice rugged wheels on there. Just feels solid. Like nothing on this thing feels cheap. Well, I got my lithium battery charger right here, my 2 lithium batteries here, and we're going to go ahead and start running this test. So it's as simple as plugging this thing in, hitting that button for the AC outlet, and it'll turn your battery charger on. And as simple as that, you can see that it's charging these lithiums up. Alright, so we've got the lithium battery charger running. You can see right here it says we've got 277 watts of output from the SOLIX, and it gives you a remaining time of the SOLIX's power, which is 6.6 hours. Now, I'm going to hit this power saving mode on. We're going to let this thing charge these batteries. It's obviously not going to take too long, and we're going to see where the SOLIX is sitting once this test is done. Wanted to let you know the battery that I pulled out of the boat just now from the lithium was after a full day on the water of fishing. So I launched the boat and powered the battery at 6 a.m. and I didn't get back to the ramp and turn it off till probably 6 p.m. So 12 hours worth of use. It looks like it's already up in the 80% area, but we'll see how long it takes to get it all the way fully charged. Alright, so we're coming up on 1 hour of charging. We'll check in on that in just a minute, but first I want to show you this app real quick that you can connect the Anker SOLIX to. Clicking that Bluetooth button on the display panel, it allows you to connect the SOLIX to your phone. So on the app I can see that the SOLIX has 5 hours and 18 minutes of power remaining. It's got an output of 277 watts, and that's charging the GoPro and the Anker battery pack as well as the lithium battery charger right now. So plenty of time, and honestly those batteries are almost done. The one was fairly charged, and the one that was depleted pretty heavily from Friday is already up to like the 90% mark, but that's usually the area that takes it a little bit longer. Let's talk about some of the charging options for the power station. So to charge the power station, it comes with 3 different options. One being your AC plug, which you can plug into the wall at home, and that's going to charge it up to 80% in an hour and a half. It also comes with a car charging option, so you can plug it into the accessory port of the car and charge up the SOLIX. And last but not least, you have a solar panel adapter, and this can take up to 5 solar panels, and if you have 1,000 watts worth of solar, it can charge the Anker SOLIX in 2.5 hours of good sun, of course. Alright, we're going to really put this thing to the test as it's finishing up charging these batteries. So I'm going to plug this heat gun up and run it for a second. This thing, 1200 watts. So we're already running 280. So we're looking at like 1500 watts worth of power. But we're going to see if it'll run it without tripping the breaker on this thing or overheating it. Plug it in. I'm going to run this app and see what it says so you can see it a little bit better. Got it up. I'm going to put it on low. Sounds like a fan is running now on the Anker. And running that on low, it says we only have 1.8 hours of power remaining. Let's turn this baby up. Let's get it hot. Alright, that's running 1400 watts. It's working. It says we got an hour of power, 1400 watts being used right now, and that's between the heat gun and the battery charger, and I've still got the little battery pack plugged in as well. So something else that Anker sells is an expansion pack. So it's basically just another battery that sits on top and connects in the back. That way it's going to double your capacity. So right now, instead of 5.1 hours remaining, with the expansion battery you're looking at 10.2 hours of remaining power. So if you're going for extended periods of time off the grid or camping or sleeping at the boat ramp or travel center, whatever it may be, that might be a great option for you. And another thing that's so beautiful about this setup is if you have solar panels or you get the Anker solar panels that go with this, you can have that thing charging this power station all day. So when you're out on the boat and fishing, it's going to be able to charge the SOLIX. So optimally, it'd be great to have that so you don't need to worry about this thing running out of juice because the sun's powering it for you. And on those long 8, 10, 12-hour days of fishing, if you have enough sun during the day and you can lay the solar panels out safely, it'll be recharged by the time you get back. Well, those batteries are finished up charging and it took about 2.5 hours. I realized that the speed of the SOLIX charging the batteries actually is irrelevant because it's giving power to the charger, which is what determines the speed of charging the batteries. So either way, we got them charged, it's done, and we have 57% remaining on the SOLIX. I'm going to take this thing in, charge it back up, throw it back in the van and get it ready. But if you guys are interested in the Anker SOLIX, I'm going to leave it linked down in the description below. It's going on sale for the fall Amazon Prime Day, and you can save up to $600, so it's $1,400, which is the lowest price that it will have ever been. So if you camp, if you travel and fish, if you want to have it for an external power source during an emergency, or all of the above, the Anker SOLIX F2000 is definitely an awesome option for you. Something else I haven't mentioned yet at all is that compared to like a gas generator, which you'd have to leave outside, you can run this thing inside, doors closed, and you'll be safe. Don't forget to click the links down in the description below and check out the Anker SOLIX. Please hit that subscribe button for me, and we'll see you guys on the next one.